All right, guys, for the inside back cover, I'm doing that one first. All right, so I'm using this page, and I went ahead to save time. I fussy cut out the whole thing, and then I figured out, a mat for this page, and then this is a little shorter on both sides, but we'll have, I'm going to mount this onto the brown cardstock for the pocket. So we will have all of this on that. I guess I'm going to have to do two because I want to do a little something different down here, but we're still going to have the pocket, and I'm going to play around with this because I don't want to waste it. So I'm thinking I can do something here with this piece, and then I'm going to cut these two pieces off and kind of set those in over here. So it will kind of fill in the area. We'll play with it anyway. So that is where I'm at right now. So one thing I'm going to do is glue this down, and I'm going to fussy cut these two little buildings out. I'm going to place this building, maybe bring it out just a little bit, and to get my full, let's see, I don't want that sticking out. Yeah, so it'll have to go like this, because I want this to all be on the paper. So that will be on the brown paper, and then I'm going to cut around the brown paper again. Yeah, but I think again, these two little places right here, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have any room for that, which is fine. But that way I get to use this nice big castle. I might be able to put these like on top of this and make it look like it's, another bigger, taller building, because this is a nice flat roof. Let's see. Let me put this under here, because we can play. We can do anything we want. This is our paper, by golly, and we can do anything we want. Yeah, I see. Then those. Yeah. That'll look very cute. I think I might fiddle around with that a little bit. And I want to try and bring some of these out. So I'm thinking I'm going to play around with my markers a little bit and accentuate some of these somehow. I think that would be awesome. And then this will be our backdrop for the pocket, which will look very awesome. Very awesome, if I do say so myself. And then we will still have brown down here. And you guys are going to have to hang on, because I'm going to use a zipper. So you, if you're interested to see what I'm going to do with the zipper, then you follow along with me, because we're going to play. I haven't done anything like this before, so I'm just going to bring you along. But for right now, I'm going to finish fussy cutting out these two buildings. I'm going to take these strips off the outside of this so that I have those for my collage pages. And then whatever we don't need for the sky, of course, we'll have for our collage page. And then I'm going to, I'll come back when I'm going to glue all this down onto the brown paper and figure out what I'm going to add to the house and things like that. See, I can make that even go up a little bit higher so that you can see most of that building. That will be super cute. Super cute. Or we could just take those two buildings and, like, they're a little further up on the hill. I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll fiddle around with them. That might look cute too. Yeah, we'll just see what's going on with that. We'll have a play. All right, guys, but I'm going to get all of the fussy cutting finished and the inking finished, and then I'll be back to you. Okay. Our first step is going to be, I need a longer than the 8.5. So I just had a scrap piece that was still 11 inches long. So I'm going to attach this. Oh, no, it wasn't quite 11 inches long, but that's okay because I don't need the whole thing. Now, I am going to take, this is my tallest piece. And, you know, guys, I'm sorry. I did not ink this yet. So, let me just run through this real quick. This piece is especially going to be easy because I don't have to ink the whole thing. Be careful with all your small little pieces and such. We'll go all the way down that side. All right. So I do want to leave a little space. Actually, I probably need to. Here's my piece. This is my base. So let's get this the size we need. So first thing I'm going to do, I probably should do it on the larger one, but it will be fine. First thing I'm going to do is give myself a 1/2 inch. Flip it. And a 1/2 inch. There. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Move this out of our way. Burnish. Now, we can see, let's go up here. We can see if we line this up 100% onto our edge, we can make our line. If you want to come in off your edge some, you go right ahead and do it that way. This side's going to be a little more difficult. Let's just find a spot. All right. Flip. And I don't know. Can I find... There we go. Okay. I just felt with my pokey tool. Now I'm going to cut this down, so I've just got a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to do it with my scissors because that won't fit in my cutter. Yeah! So we're just going to eyeball it. All right, that gets thrown away. Okay. There we go. All right. Now we're gonna burnish this side. Okay. See, and I really only needed just a little bit more, so I think I'm going to go ahead. I want the highest part to be about here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the rest of this where I want it down here. at the bottom. Okay. And I have to apologize if you guys can't see something I'm doing. This is such a large paged album. I can try. Oops. I think that's a little wider. That's about as wide. I probably need to move my camera a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it as close to the edge as I can where I'm getting all of the pieces and parts in. So right about there. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down so I can get this stuff going. And I'm just going to glue the tops. Just in case, see which way this is supposed to be flipping there. Just in case I want to slide something else underneath it. So I'm just going to just put glue on the top. Okay, got my nails done for the 4th of July. It's still June, but we're getting close. All right, so then I have this piece. And I want to have this down just a little bit. Let's see, because I want to be able to see all of this tower and show that it is kind of... Do I want to push that all the way over there? Or do I like this like this? I like it like a little bit more like this. So I think I will leave this little section right here just to help fill it out. So that's going to be the bottom right here will be the end of my pocket. Well, no, I could, but do I want to? That is the question. And I think I might take one of these little strips because that would help just fill in the blank on this side. So I think I'll take one of these little strips and just cut it to right here. Okay, and let's ink this one. And of course, gotta ink this one. I hope everybody's been doing well and that everybody is finding time to take good care of themselves and craft. Yes, that's taking care of the mental parts. Oh, good Lord. So my son has ended up with 2 cats now, and they play with each other. They're still just kittens. We're assuming they're 7, 8 weeks old now, something like that. And so it's good for him. It's good for him because now he has something that requires that he, you know, takes his time with them and loves on them and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think that is about where I want it. And this will fill in, and I will just cut off anything necessary. I think there might be a little bit hanging on the edge. And I think I'm going to try this little piece that I've got here comes down at a slant. So I'm going to put that same slant anyway, to put that same slant in this piece. Come on, get underneath my scissors, please. Please do it. Okay, there we go. Little ink again. Let me straighten this bottom. There we go. That's much is better. Much is better. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. Okay, and then I mean, we can put that anywhere. You can put it anywhere you want. You can fill in this little section here. You can bring it over here. Bring it here. I think I kind of like it like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on this. Oh, I didn't ink this piece. All right. Now I'm going to put some glue on this. And we're going to slide it right, where did I say? Right there? Oh, now I can't remember where I wanted it. But I think that'll work. That'll help that clock to stand out a little bit more. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now, we're going to go ahead. Well, isn't that cool? It actually cut out pretty much the same thing on this side. That's pretty cool. All right. We are going to glue all these little puppies down. And let's just get this down. There we go. We could actually cut this off and put it in our little pile of goodies. There we go. Isn't it pretty? All right, that looks great. And then my little piece over here. Okay. Then I'm just going to take my scissors and cut that little teeny bit that's hanging off. There. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Now, this piece that's left, I obviously don't want it to cover up my city, but I do want okay. So let me think for just a second. I want I'm going to move this so I'm not working on it. I want a 1/2 inch across the bottom. Flip it. There we go. See, you don't need the big one. And let's get this. There we go. And I want to cut off this little square right here. And I'm going to do it where I kind of angle. So a little bit of an angle. I'm not cutting the box off evenly. I'm cutting it at a little bit of angle right up to the corner where everything meets, and then angling it back. So that's what I'm cutting off, just like that. I'm going to do it again here. Come at it at an angle right to the corner, and then come off of it at an angle. Okay? So, let's see. I'm still wondering. I do need these, but I think, let me see, that's going to be our pocket. If I make this the same width, let's see how high up this goes. Okay, that's too high. You can't really see all of the buildings and all of this fun stuff here. So I'm going to cut that part down a little bit. Let's move it over so we can see. I've got my flap underneath this page so I can see where I want this to come up to. And I'm going to have it come just above the printed stitch. You can leave it open to whatever part of the picture you want. That is totally your thing, your choice. Take some artistic license and do it your way. Yay! All right, so this is going to come into the flap here. And see, now you can see the water and all that. So whatever picture you're using, if you're not using the Stamperia, just whatever picture you're using. Now, my issue is I need to actually bring this up off of the page more. So, I'm thinking, okay, let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another sheet, and I'm going to, okay, yep, I got it now, guys. I got it. Hang with me here. Hang with me. I am going to do a 1/2 inch and then 3/4 of an inch, 1 inch, oops, 1 inch. Yeah, I jumped the gun on that one. And then I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch away from my 1 inch score line. So I'm making an accordion. There we go. And then this gets folded. Come on. Like that. There. So actually, I'm going to cut these 3 off. Now, is this long enough? No, I will have to. Yeah, I'll cut. Let's see. How wide is this? This is 1.5 inches wide. So if you cut 3 strips, 1.5 inches wide, making sure that one strip will go from one end to the other. Now mine is almost 9 3/4. So as long as you have a piece for whatever size pocket you're making, but mine is 9 3/4, and I think if I cut it this way, I will get, so 1.5 right there, and that will work for me. And then one more, 1.5. Okay. Now I'm going to cut these off. And I want to get the whole score line off of there. So take your time and line it up so you get it nice and straight, but that you have a nice finished edge instead of having part of a score line on there. Okay, and last one. Okay, let me just double check that I'm still sitting pretty, and I am. Very good. Okay, so these we're going to do the same thing, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, 1 inch. And one of these is going to get cut down to meet the well, wait a minute. Where's my thing? Yeah, probably one of these. Yeah, so you just need 2. So I've got this one, and this one will do fine here. Okay, so you just need 2. Yeah, I don't know. It's late. I can't enter anything in on my computer right now because my internet is just horrible. So I decided I would come in and have a play with you guys. Yes. So I'm very happy to be in here and chit-chatting with you guys because I really haven't done this much lately. So, got a lot of exciting things coming up. A lot of exciting things. Me and a couple of other gals are going to be getting together a kind of a Christmas in July thing. And so we're going to invite people that want to join and collaborate with us. And isn't that exciting? So please stay posted. I will be posting a video once we have all the information. And we're going to have a hashtag to put everything under and all that. So just stay tuned for that because it will come out. We're going to carry it on the last 2 weeks of July. We've got too much going on the first part of July, and July 4th, and you don't want to be stuck having to do stuff. So it's going to be the last 2 weeks in July. And it's going to be very fun, a little different, but be very fun, very fun. So you guys think about that. Put that in your little noggin there and think about doing that with me. That will be a lot of fun. Okay. Alrighty then. So that's one of the exciting things that I've got going on. So now this one, I'm just going to take it and slide it underneath. Close this down and just don't go past the inner, this inner piece. Don't take this piece past that. So when you close it down, that inner piece, I'm going to stop the side piece just before it hits the inner piece. Okay? So that's where I'm going to put that. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Hopefully you can see that and it makes sense to you, because I don't want to interfere with the workings of the bottom, but I don't want to have a... See, by doing it this way, I don't really have much of a hole there. And this will be able to do its job, and this will be able to do its job without interfering with each other. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and glue this down. I added a light. You guys let me know if this is better. I found out about a light that might work really well for me, and it just kind of take place of two of my other lights, which would be really nice to have room right here in my craft spot for other things other than lights. So I'm going to purchase one and see how I do with that. And they're fairly inexpensive. Now this crosses over this one a little bit, and we're going to just tack it down. So just put a bit of glue. You don't have to line them up per se, because they might not line up perfectly. Just all depends on how well you folded them. Like mine's off just a 32nd of an inch. So, but I'm just getting that tacked down. Where is the rest? Where's the rest? Oh, here it is. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, it's this way. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to put it so it doesn't touch that, interfere with that bottom working. It's closing all the way, and then cut. There we go. Put a little glue. I know you all are going, what the heck is she doing? Well, I'm trying to work out my zipper closure. That is what I'm trying to do. So we're putting this down along the edge on the side from the top. Making sure it's not going to interfere, and it doesn't. Yay! And then we're going to tack down just the little bit that touches. Just kind of close them down and hold it for a second till your glue grabs. And then let's see what else we're going to do. This whole series has been kind of a fly by the seat of my pants thing. So I know that there's been times that I have been a little confusing. So I do apologize for that. I really do apologize for that. Okay, so we have this part. Yep. This one, this one, yeah. Let's try it. Let's try it. We're trying it out. Just come along with me, and we may be pleasantly surprised or not. Okay, so again, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, 1 inch. Flip it, just because I hung off the edge. Okay. All right. Give it a good burnish. Okay. Now, this zipper is almost the full length. It would be great if it was the full length, but it's not. So there will be just a little bit of an opening, but that's okay. We will still be able to utilize it as we want to. Okay, so now I am going to take this paper. I'm going to center the zipper. Now this is a zipper that locks. It's closed at the bottom, and that's probably the best to do this procedure with. But if you have one that doesn't, just run yourself a couple stitches across across where it won't, you won't open it all the way up and then not be able to get it back on, because you're not going to have a lot of wiggle room with it being attached to the paper. Okay, now this one you will have some wiggle room because it will expand, so you will be able to, to play with it a little bit. This one will expand as well, so you'll have a little bit of play, but the ends are going to stay attached to the paper, so when you unzip it, you'll be able to, open it up and look in it and get things out of it. It's just another element that reminds me of something a man has. You know what I'm saying? And I am going to go ahead and use my Fabri-Tac with this. If you don't have Fabri-Tac, then, a mixed media glue, glue all works just fine for this. You just have to wait while it is drying. And I do not want to mess up my this thing, my nail polish. I just got it done today, so I don't want to mess it up. Don't wanna. Oh, wrong side. Yep, wrong side. Wrong side. Where is my my cloth that I wipe everything on. There it is. Okay. Oops. Let's wipe this off. Don't want it on this side. Okay. So we'll just open this up and put it on the inside of one of your 1/2 inch sides. I'm just waiting for it to load up in there again. There we go. And it doesn't go all the way to the end, so I don't have to, that side I probably put it way too far. But just putting it where I think I'm going to have the material. Now, make sure that the zipper with the little slide pull is facing down so that you are getting it on there properly. And you're going to want to center it a little bit more up this way. And flip it over and make sure this side that you actually have it kind of even. I don't want it all the way up to the zipper part. You do want to leave some of the material, which is going to extend your opening area. Okay, and then let's burnish this down into that glue really, really well. I have a little bit down here that I didn't use. Just wipe that off. Okay, so there's that side. And then we're going to do the same thing with this side. But we want to make sure that we are going to have this edge match this edge, and this edge of the paper match this edge of the paper. Okay, let me get you a little closer for this part of it. There we go. And hopefully I won't go out of screen. And I think this time, well, we're just going to put it right on here. And I had a big bubble. Come on. Come on. Give me some glue. Show me some love. Give me some glue. Okay. So now if you use, some kind of grid, let me pull this out on both sides here. Use some kind of grid to make sure that you've got your paper somewhat straight. Get it about as even as you can, like it is on the other side. I'm going to have to maneuver it up underneath my flap on the end. But I want it to stick out some. That's where these pokey tools come in so handy. Gives you like a third finger that's thin and skinny, and you can stick it in anywhere. Okay, now we're going to need this to dry. Let's burnish. Burnish. You do want to make sure though that you don't get glue into your actual zipper area, because then you'll have problems with your zipper. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside for a second. And this is all dry. So now I can cut around. See, I cut that. Oh, let me move you back out again. I cut that, and it's still going to leave me some of that, but it took an indent right there, and that just adds more visual interest as far as I'm concerned. And then I'm just going to kind of do the best I can to cut. I'm not going to get as intricate with this as I did cutting it out in the first place. Just want a nice little brown edge. I'm actually going to cut my flap off so it's not sticking out. And guys, just take your time with this. It really won't take you that long to do it. And just every time you get a chance, just take and cut the extra brown paper away. See, and I didn't go down between these guys because I don't really need to. This is a pocket, and you want your pocket to be able to hold a bunch of stuff, so you don't want to make it so tiny. Yeah, it's much more forgiving when you're doing it this way than if you're... But with all the little spires and stuff, if you don't back it, it's going to get damaged. And you don't want that. You don't want that. Now when I get up here, I'm going to cut that off. And then it's a lot easier. Isn't that going to be cool though? Just look at that. Cool. Cool. Oh, this gets on my thumb a little bit too far, and then I can't do anything. I'm getting used to it, though. Oops. Okay. And I'm going to start down here. Like I said, you don't have to be as precise as when you're cutting these out to begin with. Just take your time. I know this is about as exciting. Let's cut some of this off. It's about as exciting as watching paint dry, but I just thought I'd bring you along with... So you could see that you really don't have to worry about this too much. Okay. Let's see. Let's take all of this. Throw it away. And then we just got this. See? Before you know it, it is done. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Half the time, all it is just a little bit of patience. And just enjoy the moment, what it is that you're doing. You don't have to feel like you're, you know, constantly trying to... There we go. I love it. I'm going to keep this larger piece and the rest I am tossing. Okay, so let's see how we're doing so far. Oh, that looks pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I might take my finger cutter and go down in there just a little bit, because it really does kind of stand out that you didn't cut it. But if it doesn't bother you, don't worry about it. But I'll go, let's see, I got a little thing here, and my finger cutter is the Fiskars thingy. I think they actually call it a finger X-Acto knife. And I'm just going to do a little V. Out of there. It didn't come off all the way. All right, and I'm going to do a little more of a pattern in this one. But basically, there. And I can do a little one here. And then straight across. There. Done. Done, done, done. Okay. So there is our super bang up, wonderful, I'm so excited about it pocket. And if you want to, you can put the sky on there. I have to come, let's see. Yeah, right. I'm going to have to move it all the way over in order to get a piece far enough down over here. But you can put your sky on it, or you can just leave it with this background. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that yet. But now that this is kind of dried, we're going to go ahead and attach it to this. So let's go ahead and glue down the bottom part first. And I think, where'd my scissors go? How did they end up over there? I tell you, must have a little gremlin. I am going to angle these down just a little bit. Okay, and you know, this is probably more visual than it is useful, but it is going to be a working pocket for sure. Okay, match up your ends. All right, now we can get this one down. And I did end up covering up more than I wanted to, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. And then you see, you're going to open this up and you're going to be able to open your pocket up. And let me tilt this to the side. Going to be able to open your pocket up. That is a nice deep pocket. You can put a pencil in there so that you have things to write on all the time. You can put some pictures in there. Let's see. Where's my 4x6? Okay, you would have to cut them down a little bit in order to put pictures in there. I probably should have thought about that, but it really wasn't an idea for pictures. You can put extra ephemera in there so that as you decorate, you can do that. So yeah, cool stuff. Now this one, I'm also going to, from the corner, just taking off a little bit. It doesn't have to be much. Oh, before I do that, let's go ahead and zip this back closed so I can line it up the way I want it. Okay. And it takes away my sidewalk and my water, but that's okay. When you open it up, you'll be able to see the sidewalk and the water. Okay. So, don't pull it too tight, but you want it to be snug, but not tight. Because you don't want it to, you know, have to be hard to zip together. You still want it to be fairly easy. Yeah, that works really nicely. So let me go ahead and burnish this down. There. Now we're going to decorate that up. Isn't that cute? I love it. I love it. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. If you have a zipper that goes all the way across, that would even work better. Just make sure that you block it off at the one end so that it won't go all the way off. Because, you know, then you might have problems getting it back on. Okay, so then when we open this, I want to see what we see. And for the most part, you're going to see the bottom of this page. So I'm not going to worry about lining the pocket. If you were worried about that, maybe even before you put it on, put another little strip of paper to line it, because it is on, you know, you're just going to see the brown, and that's fine. So I think we're ready to put this on, and then I will finish decorating it, and I think I'll end up putting a charm on here. So guys, I will come back when I have the paper on. I'm just going to glue this down and glue this and glue this. I can go ahead and do that with you. And we will be done with this page. All right, no, this isn't a page. This is our inside back cover. So now we have inside front cover and the cover. And that is it. And then we will be done. All right. So line it up. Get it down where you want it. Oh, and this will be nice for a nice big old tag. I'm thinking that I'm going to save this for a tag. And the tag will go in there, and I will use this section and, you know, maybe something else at the bottom of the tag. But I think I'm going to do that instead of covering my designer paper that I chose for the mat. All right. And this is going to look awesome. Look at that. Yeah. And I even, no, it's too short. I don't think I have any more of that. It's on the back. No, I don't think I have any more of it. Yeah, that would have maybe a little too bright. What takes away from this. But I was thinking it would be kind of nice having, you know, a little more drawn over here. But all the bricks and everything, with all the bricks over here, I think it works out pretty darn nice. Pretty darn nice. And then having big tags. Big tags. Yeah. Because this is 9 1/4 inches, and look how short it is. So you're going to have big tags in this. Yes. All right, guys. I will be back and show you in just a sec.